What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to try another budget build, and this one I've kind of just had sitting around in my deck list for a little bit, so I just touched up a little and decided we're going to give it a go. I think we might have a rough go of it just because of what standard is right now, and budget decks are hard to really force through, but I figured, you know what, let's do the exercise and see what's up. And as usual, I'm taking the whooping so you don't have to, but sometimes it's not that much of a whooping. But today we're going to be playing Rakdos Vampires on a budget. So let's go take a look at this deck list we're going to be using for today's video. And before we get into the deck, remember to pay some love over to the folks over at UltraPro at shop.ultrapro.com. They do such a good job supporting me and other Magic content creators. And if y'all saw my other short that I put out today, I had a huge pile of stuff for giveaways thanks to UltraPro that I got to give to everybody. So give them some love because they're really supporting us out here. Now, obviously, we're trying to take advantage of as many cheap cards as we can, but we're kind of going to use the definition of budget that we set a couple nights ago on stream, and actually everybody on Twitter seems to have agreed on, that 9 rares or mythics, and we're going to max out our 9 for this one because I think that's the only way it works. So we're going to be playing 4 Play with Fire, kind of a gimme on this list, 4 Voldaren Epicure. I think there's some other 1-drop things I want to play, but they're rares, so unfortunately they don't make the cut here. Obviously Infernal Grasp, good uncommon, so no problem playing that. This is where we're spending our first 3 rares. It's one I would love to have 4 of in this list, but Voldaren Bloodcaster, it's 2 mana, 2/1, it flies. Your creatures die, you get more blood tokens. If you have 5 blood tokens, you get to turn it into a 3/3, and you get to turn your blood tokens into bats. Yeah, it does a lot of stuff for 2 mana. Blood Tithe Harvester, really like this card too. It's a 3/2, it's an uncommon, it produces blood tokens for you, and we're going to be making use of those blood tokens. It's kind of a big key to this deck. Then we have Vampire Socialite, really one of the few things we have to make your team bigger. Falcon Wrath Forebear. This is actually another one. We're spending 3 of our rares here as well. This is kind of one of the only cards. I would love to have 4 in this list. I think this is one of the only cards we have that allow us any shot at winning the long games or surviving a bunch of sweepers, because this can just keep coming back. Every time it connects with the opponent, it produces a blood token, and then you can remove 2 blood tokens, put it back into play from your graveyard. You know, when your opponents have Blood on the Snow, Meathook Massacre, Doomscar, blah, 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 right? Like, this is one of the few cards that's going to help us fight through that. So we'll see what's up. We're trying Morbid Opportunist. It's not necessarily the best card, but when I was going through everything, we don't really have a way to draw cards. And our choices were kind of this or play Deadly Dispute. And Deadly Dispute makes treasure, and that's kind of nice, but I don't think we really need it. So we're going to try this and see how it works. Now, between this and the blood tokens, we should see a lot of cards anyway, so maybe we don't even need the Opportunist, but I at least wanted to give it a go and see. Now we have 2 Vampires Vengeance, and mostly just because this deals 2 to non-vampires. I assume this is mostly going to be best against like the life gain decks or whatever, to just get rid of all their puds that help them gain life. But outside of that, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of spots this is really good. Though I will say, because it's an instant, it actually works when your opponent tries to combo off with Epiphanies, because you can just get rid of all those birds all in one strot before they even untap. So there's that. It does have some uses. And then we have 2 Death Priests of Merkel. And I just wanted something that pumps our team. I mean, it's kind of where we're at. So we're playing this. I don't even know if it's any good, but we don't have any other rares to spare in this list on a budget, because we're playing 1 Anja, which is kind of our late game sweeper. Drain the opponent. So whenever we get to those late stages, we can just pay 4, pay 5, or pay 6, because you have to pay 2 at a time, and drain your opponent. Hopefully that's enough to finish the game. But it is also a 4/5 body, and that's nothing to really sneeze at, right? And then we're playing a couple of Emberstorm Predator, because people forget Emberstorm Predator is an actual vampire dragon. I don't know why, but it is. And it's really hard to kill. Now, admittedly, there's a billion Meathook Massacres floating around, and that doesn't really matter all that much when you're trying to kill a Emberstorm Predator. But it does survive all the other sweepers, so we're going to play it and hope that helps us through some of the late games on a few things. Lands, we're playing 10 Swamp, 9 Mountain, 4 Sulphurous Mire. And, you know, it's kind of what we have access to whenever we're on a budget. So you got to make do with what you got. But this is it. we've got our 9 rares and mythics in here. We're going to see if they're the right ones, if they're enough. And we'll have a card spotlight for you at the end. So catch me at the end of the video because we will absolutely have updates to this thing. Oh my gosh. We absolutely have to mulligan this. Downside of not getting to play with the rare lands. You just got to see it there. Alright. See what we can do. Oh, that card is super good against us, sadly. We have so many 1 toughness things. Oh. What do we do here? Both of those are good against us. Unfortunately, we kind of have to use this to kill their Goblin Lord that's probably going to come down next turn, because I'm assuming that's what we're up against. Because nothing else starts like that. And our cards, I mean, at least we got the 1/3 that can block something, so that helps. I don't know how much it helps, but hopefully it'll help. My guess is it probably just dies to a frostbite here. Yep. Sounds about right. Ooh, boy. Alright. We're just going to play that. Can't block anyway. We'll just hope it eventually gets to connect. But if they play a Goblin Lord here, we're pretty much toast. Okay, they didn't have one, so that's some good news. Attack with the Forebear. Now, they might have a removal card that they're just saving for our Bloodcaster. And didn't want to use on our Forebear since our Forebear couldn't block anyway. Which would be a pretty smart move on their part, honestly. Oh, we see a pair of Goblins. Well, now if they have a Lord, we are very bad shape. I mean, we still use this, but now we go to 7. And that puts us in a very precarious spot. Because now if we block, we just lose both of these. I mean, I guess we could get it back, though. So, sure. I don't love this at all. I almost want to just draw like Anjar or something here. Just to have a big body to put in the way. Unfortunately, they're taking away our opportunity. We kind of have to kill that. Oh, that's not good. Alright. See if we can find something. That might be the best thing we could have found. For real. Okay. And it's even lets us get the Forebear back. And we get to kill all their things! How sick is this? That was the best possible exchange. For sure. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, we're only at 5, so we're nowhere near out of the woods here. Oh, gosh. Okay, good news is we could cycle this away. So, Forebear's doing a lot of work here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we can start gaining life, too. Okay. All right. Now we might be able to do some things. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay. Just trying to think if we attack with Anjar, is there anything they can do? If they have a 4-point thing that kills us, I'm into it. Whatever. Okay. Whew. All right. We might have finally done it. Charger, sure. Anjar gets to drain the opponent, and then I think that's going to be the beginning of the end. I will not block. Actually, no blocks, and we're going to drain first. Just so the opponent can't stack an effect and do anything crazy to us. Because they're not going to find a 6-point ball here. All right, that should do it. That is a wild, wild comeback. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, we just attack with both of them. And we drew an Epicure we didn't really need, but it's all fine and good. Ooh, that was a wild one. Okay, opponent goes first. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This feels better. Man, this Death Priest is so slow. Alright, well, if they're doing that, we're just gonna play cards that let us do as much as we can here. Oh, this hand's not gonna be that great against the opponent, is it? This is sad. I'll walk into it. But having double Infernal Grasp is not great here. Okay, Fading Hope. It could have been worse. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did not want more land here. That is for certain. Alright. I mean, another Fading Hope? Parasitic Grasp. Well, yeah, okay. It is what it is. We'll get our blood tokens. Hope for the best. We can at least cycle away the Infernal Grasp, right? So that's a thing. Don't want to get rid of both of them because there is a late game stage where we might want to kill like a whatever the big crab or whatever. Oh gosh. Come on, deck. We're going to attack. I don't actually want to play the Immersturm Predator here. Mostly because there could still be... I don't think there's Jiraiya's Disruption. So it might be safe. Because it's kind of like that or they have to have Divide by Zero. But I think I'm willing to look for another card here first. Well, that didn't do a damn thing for us. All right. that did a whole lot of nothing. All right. Well, seeing as how the turn sort of played, I'm wondering if they just have Memory Deluge or something here. And I guess we could have got away with that, but... All right. This is probably all just leading up to some type of... Oh, really? Well, I guess that kind of worked anyway. We would have lost our Immersturm Predator if that's what they were saving it for. Huh. Oh, what is even going on here? So this is a zombie deck? Is that what's happening? I for real don't even know what's going on anymore. Alright. I guess we're going to get hit with Overcharged Amalgam. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Since we were able to kill it, it wasn't there to actually trigger, do all the fancy stuff, whatever. So, looks like we got our creature and it's all good. Now, they can still bounce the Predator and we have to do the song and dance all over again. But, it's at least a reasonable start. Yeah, this is the right plan. Kill the Epicure, force us to use the Predator, and then you get to kill the Predator. Because, like, I'll obviously do it. Because we kind of have to. And then we know we're going to lose the Predator, but what are you going to do? At least they don't get to scry here, right? And a dead Predator. Yep, we all kind of know how it goes. No surprise. Alright. Well, they look like they still need a zombie to sacrifice, so there could be another overcharged amalgam there, which is probably what we're about to hit. No. Really? But they still want to be able to sacrifice the thing. Huh. There's a deluge. That makes sense. And they were quick about selecting their cards, too. Okay. So that's going to die now, and they're okay with it dying now, but not the 2 turns prior. Yet they have more cards, not less. Very peculiar. I'm not really sure what happened there. I think I want to wait to try to get something out of this blood token. Mostly because if the opponent's not going to end up having flyers, then I would like to keep attacking with our forebear and give us a chance to get it back, if necessary. Though we ended up just losing the life race here. I mean, that's real. I mean, we're only at 11. And a chump blocker doesn't do us any good because then we lose our forebear. So we're kind of in an ugly situation. Actually, okay. So now I'm going to use one just because I need to find something to cast here. Alright, that is actually fine because it creates another blood token. So that's reasonable. In the turn. And it does potentially help us win the damage race. Opponent does nothing. Huh. Wow. Okay. And we have to use this as a sorcery, so we might as well just attack, huh? Okay. Let's get in there. Yep. They chose to get the treasure. So this feels like they're going to play big hole breaker and then try to bounce something. Or, you know, we target it and then they can protect it. Nope, just a memory deluge. Thought they were going to do something else there. And they didn't even try to kill one of our creatures. Huh. I mean, it is possible they could just have like a meat hook massacre or something. Very odd choice, though. Oh, a Shadow's Verdict. Whew. This is interesting, because now we might need to kill our own forebear. Just so we can get it back with the opponent only being at 9. This feels a little bit absurd. Oh, it doesn't do anything because it all from all graveyards too. Yeah, it's not gonna do what I want. I wasn't paying attention. It wouldn't even have mattered here. Yeah, we're just dead then. Yeah, we got nothing going on. Alright, sure. We found another forebear. Whatever. Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be close to dead here. That card does nothing for us. I mean, we would have had 2 more life, which would have been important. So, I mean, if we lose by that, that's my own damn fault. Alright, there's a meat hook massacre. Kind of knew it was there. I mean, if you're playing any deck with black, you're playing meat hook massacre. I don't think this is going to do what we want it to do, but we might as well fire it off. We don't want that, so that helps at least somewhat. Yeah, Anja, you're all alone. You're going to get countered. Alright. GG. Ugh. Yeah, I guess we gotta keep it. Definitely play that first. Alright. Counter or bounce it? Looks like bounce it is the answer. No, just a Siphon Insight. Interesting. Unless they get a kill card, I'm not sure what the opponent gets from us that we dislike very much. I'll try to play this. I mean, having 2 of these whenever they Doomscar, I mean not Doomscar, but Meat Hook Masker seems reasonable. Alright. They're gonna Siphon Insight again. I mean, they could get flyers to block. I mean, we do have a fair amount. Spot removal's probably also good here. Now this is interesting because if we play this, we get 9 treasure, but I don't think I want to just blow that all at once because let's attack. We don't get anything for the forebear being out there unless they had some kind of weird instant speed sweeper, but I can't think of one that exists. This might just get divide by 0. No. Anti-cognition. Okay, hadn't seen one of those in a minute. Interesting choice. So are we planning on milling? Here's a Meat Hook Massacre. Okay. So we get 4 of them there treasures. I say they do have responses. Does this one stick? We'll attack. Sure, bruh. Okay. Okay, attacking. I'm going to try to be a little crafty here. Because if the opponent doesn't kill anything, I might kill my own vampire. Okay, that's fair. Good move, opponent, good move. Sciences, sure. Still be able to do it for 3, which is all you need to do. That'll give us a lot of treasure to work with this forebear, which is nice. Nothing else we can do that really matters here, so sure. That's fine. Opponent gets to gain some life. Negating one of the upcoming attacks. I mean, the downside is that, unfortunately, that's most of my, what I consider one of my best creatures, because we already drew 3 of them. I'm going to get rid of one of these. I don't mind holding on to one. This we will also get rid of. Okay, that's something. I think I'll go ahead and play these. I don't feel too bad. If they get swept, they get swept. I mean, blood on the snow is real, but what are we going to do about it? Deluge. All right. I mean, if they don't do something, we do have 9 damage here, so that's a real number. And we already have 5 treasures, so we can get creatures back at least twice. Okay, that works. Oh, that's actually important, because this could be a matter of some very tight numbers here, so the play with fire is no joke. Alright, and we got more treasure. We will end the turn. Ooh, Epiphany. How do we feel about Epiphany? I mean, that happens. I think we just kill the Epiphany tokens. Just as our way of saying, like, hey, you know, like, if you can do the thing, but we're going to make you do it the hard way. Professor Onyx, sure.
You really want to fight me?
Alright, you sack one of these.
Well, darn. Looks like you flunked out. What?
Put one back in play. Oh, we're going to be a mana short. Oh, no. Oh, that's so rough. Wow, what do we do here? We have to kill Professor Onyx, sadly. That is really painful to have to do that here.
Look, I tried to.
Man, if I would have just held on to one more mana. Oh, alright. Let's say they get another meat hook. We'd only be able to get 1 creature back. They would gain 3, so they'd be at 8. We'd put them back to 5. Oh, boy. Alright. I guess we do. I mean, not a lot we can do here. We're on pretty thin margins. Exactly. Like, you find your card, you find your card. And even a meat hook for 1 is relevant here for them, because they still gain 2 and get to stay alive. Did they not have anything? Oh, don't tease me, opponent. It's like, come on. Grasp. All right, well, we could sacrifice that. All right. Is that it? Looks like that's it. Oh, man. Oh, that was so close. We have to do this now so they can't kill something with that on the stack or whatever. Let's get rid of one of these. All right. Whew. Whew. Ooh, not good. Definitely going to mulligan that. That is better-ish. Mostly only because we're going first. But I think the plan is probably keep our hand, get rid of Infernal Grasp, and hope for the best. If I knew we were playing against a creature deck, I'd probably keep both Grasp and get rid of a mountain and risk it for the biscuit. But there's so many dang Epiphany decks and, you know, Orzhov Control or whatever. You can't really keep a hand with reduced lands and 2 Grasps. It's just not good. Now, with our luck, they're going to go land creature, and I'll be like, well, there you go. Or they're going to do nothing. That's another option, I suppose. Well, that is a peculiar situation. Because now I feel like we're going to get caught having to leave up Grasp, so they can't like Blood on the Snow something or whatever. But we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get a 1-mana Duder and I could, or I don't know, play with fire or whatever, and we could still freely kill something. That would be nice. Feels like a lot to ask for, but it would be nice. Because the downside is, whatever they play here, we can't play the Falconwrath Forebear because I'm pretty sure that just leads to the Bloodcaster getting killed by whatever removal spell of choice at that point, whether it's an Inscription or Blood on the Snow. I mean, Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, the opponent's playing very slow for making what is the obvious play. Alright. So, I mean, 18 to 18, because we dealt 2 to ourselves. I mean, could be land and troll here, I guess. And then things start unraveling pretty fast. But we'll see. It's not the end of the world. I mean, again, we could have something relevant to play. I don't know, Aja or some such, maybe. Mammoth? Okay. Still bad. Do we care about you, Epicure? I guess we do. I mean, you do generate blood tokens, after all. Alright. So, let's assume they're going to play a land. Mammoth will be a 5/5. It's going to at least Blizzard Brawl 1 thing. It might Blizzard Brawl 2 things. So we're going to get attacked for at least 6 here. I feel pretty confident in that if they have a land. Alright, there's the land. I mean, it's possible they just play... Oh, opponent, you don't want to kill that. You want to kill my Bloodcaster. That's the thing you want to kill. I mean, they may not have a kill spell here. I don't know, but pretty sure Bloodcaster is the answer. Because they kill the Forebear, we can potentially just get that back. Alright, well, fair enough. Tis what it is. I mean, Epicure is just blocking because that's its lot in life. Well, if we take 6, we go to 12. They could still just have another creature here, though, possibly. I was just thinking that also puts us close on treasures. But I guess we're just going to do this. I mean, this is still a lot closer than it looks. Because, I mean, this is a big hit here no matter what they have. So we're probably going to end up at 12 or less here. Oh, definitely less. We're going to be at 11. So now the opponent's got potentially lethal next turn. Oh, and we don't have the mana for this. How heartbreaking is that? Oh, boy. This is why you need the rares, y'all, to be able to play more multi-lands. Oh, boy. What are we looking to do then? I guess we kind of have to do this. Because we're not going to cast it. We're potentially dead the next turn. Ah, why wasn't that just what we drew previously? Oh, boy. Well, all we can do is put the opponent down to 8. I think, sadly, we kind of have to just do this. See if we can find something. Alright, that at least blocks and makes treasure. That's better than nothing. I'll take it. Opponent is still at 8. Oh, man. Really? Really? Oh. Is there a way we could kill the opponent from here? I don't think there is. We could keep 6 damage, and we could draw... We already got 1 play with fire. Epicure wouldn't be enough. We kind of have to block and hope to draw exactly play with fire. There are some scenarios. Well, no, because we'd be too low. We'd be at 1. I was thinking maybe there were some scenarios, but they have Faceless Haven. Well, they can't activate the Faceless Haven yet. Because I was thinking we could do this and actually sacrifice to kill the Uvenwald oddity, so that could be a thing. Alright, we have to give ourselves a chance. I mean, we gotta make the play that gives us a chance. That is not the play that gives us the chance, apparently. Alright. Something good? No, not that. Now we just need a creature to block with, I think, if we don't find the play with fire. Ugh. Ugh. Bruh. You're kidding. Alright, well, we have to do this first, because there's a chance we may not even find, like, an Epicure to block with or something here. You know what's going to happen, too. The next card's going to be the play with fire. Ah, that doesn't get us there either. GG's. Man, that was a tough one. Alright, we'll keep it. Fugue. Alright, well, you get to get rid of something. Probably the Harvester. Would not surprise me. Because I can kill something and it makes a blood token. And the opponent's giving this a good think, though. Oh, they're looking at the Socialite now? Changing their mind? I was going to say, if they took a Socialite, I'd be really curious about what was in their hand. Alright, well, they know we have 1 Socialite, so no surprise, and, well, we're not going to do much there. We did just draw another one of these, so I guess that's fine for the most part. Likely just going to have to give that up to kill the Thalia. It doesn't feel like great use of it, but it might be the right thing. Yeah, obviously we're not blocking. I was thinking it might have been Adeline or something there, but it was not. But that is also problematic for us. Geez, what do we even do here? Do we want to kill Redain, attack, play a Socialite, and then at least be able to trade with, like, menace creatures? I mean, I guess that's not the worst plan. I mean, there's a chance they just have another Redain, but my concern is more that if that stays out, some of our flyers are not going to be big enough to fight that. If we at least get a Socialite here that has menace, assuming it lives, it probably gets exiled or something. But, ooh, Adversary, and that's a problem. Okay, fair enough. You connect, opponent. No Bloxies on our side. I'm going to cycle away this Sulphurous Mire. Okay, that's not terrible. So let's go ahead and see if the opponent blocks. Okay, makes sense if they're not. Yeah, I think we just end the turn. I guess we'll try to kill the adversary. It could have been a small problem if the opponent would have decided they wanted to play the thing that gave something hexproof. I mean, indestructible. That would have been a problem, but I was willing to take the gamble. I mean, we have to spend the full 4 mana here because we played Paladin class. Alright, opponent's at 10. I think I do want to pitch this. See if we find something else. That is a good something else. I'll take it. Alright. Alright, they get a thing back here. Oh, they actually give that just double strike. But that's it, right? Even if they play one thing? Oh, no, we might only hit them for 9. I guess I'd block. I mean, we trade, but whatever. Alright, we go ahead and play this. Alright, good comeback. Alright, keeping it. I really would like to just draw a mountain here. The deck didn't care about what I wanted. My wants were not taken into consideration. Sadly, I think this is going to be a game that's all about forebears. Yeah, I think the Orzhov stuff, we're not going to survive it. It's just not what we're built to beat, I do not believe. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Alright. Edgar. Well, we won't be punching past an Edgar anytime soon. Just debating if I want to try to just put this in the yard now and then play this and this next turn. But then all that stuff dies, and like that's kind of terrible. So like, nah, we just pass. Yeah, there's just like the sweepers and everything just aren't going to allow us to punch through here. Maybe. Huh. Alright, let's do that. And then I'll leave mana up, so if they do sweep the board, or kill our dudes in some way, I can go ahead and get rid of one of those. Well, that's going to be bad for our forebear now.
For they subservience will be rewarded.
Sure, kill that.
You win this round, but I'll be waiting.
I guess we chump block. The only other plan I think we have here is maybe get lucky and try to turn some of these into bats. But I don't even know if we're going to get the opportunity to be honest. And I don't even know how we get there. But we got to do something. And even a meat hook for like 2 here is good enough for them. That ends the game. Well, that's probably also going to end the game, but wasn't really the way I was thinking. And yes, I could kill Edgar at some point if I did that, but I would just be giving them more 1/1s that I wouldn't be able to deal with anyway. So we're not really getting ahead by doing that. Graveyard Trespasser. Alright, so if we can kill a spider... Okay, not the best way to go about things, but it's what we got. Yep. Okay. Can we do something productive with this? Negative, sir. Oh my gosh. Like, really? Oh, it just wasn't meant to be this game. I gave us about as good a chance as I could. Yeah, we'll just take a big beating here. Oh, they didn't have enough snowlands. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. We're still going to take 7 plus whatever they drain us for. That's fine. I should have taken... Or just got the mana. Or, yeah, it's fine. Oh, boy. That's rough. Yep. Well, that doesn't do anything. I mean, it makes another treasure, which I guess is something. But it doesn't really do anything. Okay, that's a little something. At least we can block with that. Oh, I should have waited. I could have killed the damn Faceless Haven. Ah, well. I deserve to lose this one anyway. Let's just concede. Oh, man. Alright, we'll keep it. And we'll pass. Let's see if we get to kill something or we're just blasting the opponent. Looks like we are killing some... Actually, we're not even killing anything, because if they're playing the Lifegain deck, we can't even afford to kill something. Because we actually have to kill the thing that would get the counters on it. Well, that's not one of those things. Okay. Don't know how this is going to work out for us, but we'll have to just try some things. Now, this might be a case where they just want to set up more life gain and then try to play something here, but if it's like Cathar, not the worst thing. That could have been way worse for us. I'm wondering if we want to even block, though. Like, is it worth it to kill the Cathar, get our 2-1 here? You know what? I'm just going to take 2. Leave the opponent more incentivized to try to deal with their stuff, I guess. Also, oh, well, I was about to say, I still need to worry about getting down their life total. However, this changes a lot of things. Alright, you get an Innkeeper. I'm kind of hoping they try to play one of their 2/2s here, and then we can just, like, get a bunch of things off of them. Holenbach Escort. Okay, that's not what I was expecting them to play at all. Sure. Bunch of life, super annoying. Alright. Let's get all their duders here. None of them have counters. No, they had a Snakeskin Veil. Well, they do get to protect one of them. Fair enough. You do indeed get to do that, opponent. And now they're going to have a flyer to deal with us, but we just got to make the most of it, I guess. Put them down to 25, so that's not 27. So if they did manage to find... Well, yeah, now if they had a Angel, that would have changed things. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if we attack, they trade everything. we'd be okay with that. Let's do this. So if they do decide they want to block, we'll get more treasure. I mean, more blood tokens. All right. Oof. All right. At least got their total. All right, that works. That works. Okay. After that, we needed a lot of changes. Actually, I already made some changes here. I have some notes in front of me, but we took out the Death Priest. The Death Priest was just not good. It came into play once or twice. If it was in my opener, and I had to mulligan, I almost always mulligan that card. So it just isn't good enough, sadly. I took that out. I reduced the number of Morbid Opportunists because we were going through so many cards anyway from the blood tokens that ended up not being that necessary. So I replaced it with Go Blanks to give you a better shot in those longer matchups against the control stuff, against Izzet Epiphany. Also let you get rid of their graveyards, which is important in a couple of matchups. I did reduce down to 1 Vampire's Vengeance because I think we only had one match maybe where it was really significant. So wasn't really excited about that. I did add in a couple of Hungry for More. So we have some haste things that we could do kind of after a sweeper maybe. Give ourselves a chance. Or if you just have a lot of mana with Hungry for More, you can actually just for 5 make 6 power haste and try to finish the game that way too. So it gives us at least another couple of outs, which I think on a budget this card could actually be pretty good. It's one I overlooked the first time but might be okay. But yeah, you know, I think this is going to be better. But I will tell you this, I'm cutting these Sulfurous Mires entirely. I'm actually just going to add in 3 Mountain and a Swamp. Actually, I don't even think I can do that. I probably need to make it, yeah, there we go, something like that. Because I think we're playing, yeah, 28 and 22. So I don't even know if we can do that. The problem is we're in a situation where so often that Mire came into play tapped and it really affected things. I think we have a lot of situations where we need to be able to play 2 or 3 spells a turn. We need to be able to play something and get back a 4-bear. And then just those turns where that land was coming in tapped, I think it actually cost us a couple of games, unfortunately. So don't think we can really afford to play those. But otherwise, I think this deck is playable, but definitely you're going to want rares in this list. So yeah, is this a deck I'd recommend? Probably not. Like, you're going to struggle a lot on the ladder. I mean, it's not, I mean, this is just a case where like some decks just don't have really good budget versions that are equivalent, right? Can you play this? Absolutely. Can you do like more Hungry for More and stuff like that? Absolutely you can. But your results, I believe, are going to be far separated from what it would be if you had more rares and mythics. I mean, even in my list, there's like infinite things I would want. I would want Vampire Nighthawks, probably 4 of, a full set of Bloodcasters, maybe even a full set of 4-bears, go up another Predator, maybe not play Sorin. Even though the Epicure works for us, I'd probably rather have Pit Fighters in that slot, and then maybe 2 copies of Florian somewhere, right? And those are all rares and mythics that I would put into this list. So I mean, you're talking about adding another probably 16 to 18 cards that are rares and replacing stuff. So yeah, I would just be playing it completely differently. But if you're on a budget and you want a place to start, this will get you there. You will get some wins, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle, just letting you know. Now, if you're playing in the open queue, the play queue, you can probably do fantastic. But if you're trying to play it on the ladder, it's going to be a little bit of a fight. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Blood Baron of Vizkopa. This card's actually pretty sweet. I think it came out of the Ixalan block. And man, this thing has lifelink. It's protection from white and black. If you have 30 life and randomly, I believe your opponent has 10 or less life, it actually gets a bonus, which is weird because your opponent's already close to dead at that point. But just being lifelink and protection from white and black is very good. Now this card's not worth a whole lot. You can find them for about 50 to 75 cents in most places. But it was a pain in the butt when it was around in standard, believe it or not. So that card's actually pretty sweet. But figured I'd bring it up because we were playing Vampires today, and it's probably one a lot of people didn't even know about. It's one of the type of things you could play in like Commander, but it doesn't have like a huge impact other than the lifelink portion and having double protection. But you're almost rarely going to get that other clause to go off. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch streams, and our Discord if you want to come by, say hi, see what's up. Also, if you're thinking about supporting the channel and wondering why does PowrDragn not have a Patreon, that's because you can join memberships right here on YouTube. And it's like the same thing, but a whole lot easier because you don't have to manage other things and go to another site. And I have different levels and you can get different rewards for being in those levels, including exclusive content as well. But even if you don't do that, please remember to like this video because I went through a lot to try to produce this one. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and remember to hit all notifications so you don't miss anything. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.